As of 6 a.m. PST, June 30th, and we got our first major hurricane of the season, Beryl. The first major hurricane to ever form in June east of the Lesser Antilles. Look at that eye. It's moving westward at 100 knots, probably 105 next advisory in a few hours. And yeah, here's the latest track. Going to move west to west northwest through the islands in the next 24 hours. Probably midday tomorrow, make an impact on the islands. Probably at a Cat 4. Probably 115 to 120 knots. I mean, fucking amazing. Then move into the Eastern Caribbean, move west northwestward. Then south up Jamaica. Then long term, probably into the Yucatan, which is in line with literally all the models right now. Probably the Gulf of Mexico, 6, 7, 8 days off. Some models want to turn more northward towards Texas. We'll have to see. Um, yeah, neighbors are trying to do that too. So there's pretty consistency in the models. Here's GEPS, which is even further north long term. So I'd definitely be watching this if I was in Texas. I mean, potentially a major Caribbean cruiser we're going to be watching is looking extremely likely. But we expect after about 48 hours, this thing will start weakening as conditions look less favorable. It will probably weaken below Cat 3 by 60 to 72 hours. But who knows? Maybe conditions will become more favorable. Maybe this will become a very powerful long term Caribbean cruiser. I mean, like maybe Ivan, a 2004. Or, I mean, but like I said, we'll have to see. Because forecasting a chance to past 72 hours is something is very difficult. But I don't expect it to impact much land for the next 4 days, so it could very well hold on to it. I mean, as for our next system, 96L is right here. Becoming better organized, clearly started forming LC. That's 94, but here's 96. Clearly LSC forming convection. I expect in the next 24 to 48 hours this will become a depression, then tropical storm. Most likely. Um, we'll head west to westward. Behind Barrow, for fuck's sake. I mean, here's the models. Clearly, a double impact for the leewards, but probably long term it could actually be east and could become more of a threat to Florida and Cuba and the Northern Gulf. We'll have to see, but that's my opinion. Um, GEPS definitely hints at this too. Intensity guidance, definitely tropical storm, most likely. This one will probably be weaker, probably a tropical storm. But I wouldn't be surprised if it does become a hurricane further down the road. I mean, but most likely further to the east, more troughing. Lastly, we're watching 94L, which is becoming better organized convection. I don't expect anything to upgrade it. I mean, they didn't upgrade 92L, 93, which was 92 was clearly tropical storm, 93 was clearly depression, and I don't expect them to do so on this one. But it clearly had an LSC forming convection, and if I was along the Mexican coast, I'd watch for a system for maybe a lowland tropical storm within the next 24 to 36 hours. But don't expect the ANC to upgrade it. Here's the 48 out on the GFS. It's already inland. As you can see, Barrel is 973, which is Probably gonna be in about 940 at that point. Here's 96. Here's 96 hours. We could have our first tropical sighting in the Eastern Pacific for fuck's sake. I mean, off Mexico. Shows Bell west of Jamaica. Probably Chris in the Eastern Caribbean at this time. Uh, Bell about ready to move into the Yucatan system off Mexico. Tropical storm. Chris south of the DR. Let's look at CMC at this time. CMC is further north with the barrel. Yeah. Let's go to 168. Wow, look at that. And the Louisiana was barrel. Chris is in the Gulf of Honduras. I mean, so I mean, if I was watching barrel, I'd definitely watch whether in Mexico, Texas, or the northwestern Gulf Coast. I mean, to be honest, I think Chris probably had more of a chance to catch a weakness than Barrow. So it'll probably be further to the east if I had to throw a dart at a dartboard. Here's Icon. Yeah. ECMWF. I mean, just Barrow. Gulf of Honduras. We'll have to see. Right now, I'll stick with what I just said and forecast probably northwestern Gulf of Barrow, eastern Gulf for Chris. 94 Al probably does deserve to be a tropical depression or storm, but we'll have to see. Here's a track of 94. Doesn't have very long, but that's gotta be their excuse, in which they're legendary at it. I mean, oh, that's your tropical